The goal of this last section is to factor larger polynomials. A large polynomial is one that has degree higher than 2. In the last problem, we worked on a degree 4 polynomial, but we were given one of the complex factors, which then enabled us to divide and come up with a polynomial of degree 2 that we needed to factor on our own. In this problem, we aren't given such information. We need to find that out on our own. In order to factor large polynomials, we need to first make sure that the coefficient on our highest degree term is 1. So here we've got 1x to the 4th. If we've got that, then we can look at the last term, or the constant term that's in our problem, to determine some possible values that could be factors in this. Anything that's a factor of 9 is a potential factor at this point. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, or plus or minus 9 could be potential factors for this. However, since there's no negative signs in our factor that we have here, in our polynomial, we cannot have any negative solutions to this. So we won't have anything like x minus 3 in our problem. We can only use the pluses because there's only pluses in our polynomial. So in order to figure this out, I'm going to do some synthetic division that we learned a couple sections ago. And I'm going to just pick one of those values that I decided on. So I'm going to use the answer of x plus 3 as one of my factors. Now if x plus 3 is a factor, then that means when I go to divide, minus 3 will be in the box. I put my coefficients for my problem, and then I can go through and do synthetic division. Recall that if this x plus 3 is a factor, when I've got my final answer on this, there will be a 0 in the box that I end up with down here. For synthetic division, recall that you bring down the first number, and then it's a series of multiply and add. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 6 minus 3 is going to give me 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. 10 plus negative 9 is 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 6 plus negative 3 gives me 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, and 9 plus negative 9 is 0. So this tells me that x plus 3 is a factor. We will go through and find a few more factors in the next set.